everybody. Welcome to Coming Up Roses. I'm Kevin.
And I'm Kelly, and today is Sunday, May 22nd. Welcome to episode 62 of Coming Up Roses. 6-2.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. You know what I really can't believe?
What?
That May is almost over.
Yeah.
Like, next week is Memorial Day, and then after that, it's like summer. Yeah.
And May is generally your hardest month, but this
May
month
has been, well, it hasn't been terrible, but it has been pretty stressful.
It doesn't have the same stresses that it has in prior years, because there's things like the years prior was like they had to pull your assistant out to do testing and proctoring, and
testing doesn't start until Tuesday.
No.
But being that our assistants haven't been trained, I don't think they're going to be pulling them.
Yeah.
But let's hope testing goes,
Yeah. But
free of whatever mayhem might roll our way.
Yeah.
They've cut down on the testing a lot. They really ought to figure out a way to cut out the testing completely, because
I don't know how they would do that. I guess the thing is the system needs a way to check on what like individual teachers are doing.
But should it be like...
But, testing...
All right, wait. No, we're not going to get into this.
Okay.
To check on what individual teachers are doing?
I always think of, like, with testing as far as, like, you don't want to just say this teacher's doing something. You have to verify that they are doing something. Otherwise, you just have teachers sitting in class.
You can have district common assessments.
Yeah.
That's fine, but this end of year where the kid passes or fails, or their whole next year in tutoring or whatever, just all hinges on
one test. Yeah.
And it's...
And some kid may have the material cold and they just don't test well. I was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that too.
There is that too.
I don't know.
We were in a faculty meeting last week, and they've been getting all the Chromebooks updated and swapped out, and making sure that all the kids that are in testing levels have, all their Chromebooks have all the keys and stuff, because the keys fall off of them really easy.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And they found out, one of the first grade teachers was like, we found out that some of the kids, like, the keys popped off and they put them back on, but in the wrong place. So when they're, like, typing A, it's actually a P. So they're like, oh, man, no one's even checked to make sure that the keys are in the right place on the keyboard.
That's a suck job.
So, and it's just something you would never think that you would have to check.
Yeah.
But yeah, my class's Chromebooks got replaced with all brand new Chromebooks about 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And there were a lot that had missing keys, or the front edges were cracked off. And they're really just, when you put a Chromebook in the hands of a 5-year-old, the best of luck that it makes it. It's like headphones.
Yeah.
Never make it through an entire school year.
And Chromebook probably isn't because they are considerably cheaper.
They're cheaper than iPads.
Yeah, considerably cheaper than iPads. Because it's really for just a low-cost computing solution for you.
Internet surfing, basically, is what it's for.
Yeah, surfing. Well, and you can use Google Docs.
And all, right. But, we're putting them to the test in kindergarten, because they aren't easy on anything. And probably our biggest problem every year is headphones.
Yeah.
We're down to maybe like 5 or 6 working pair of headphones right now. Mm. And we had a full class set plus some.
I remember one year you bought a bunch.
Yeah, they just destroy them.
Yeah.
They swing them around. They don't take care of them.
Oh, we're not getting your kids a bunch of Raycons.
No. I did find some, like, earbuds, like 20 pair of earbuds for like $22. And I really considered buying earbuds. But then I was like, they're going to destroy those too, so
one of the kids will swallow them.
Well, they're on a cord.
They're on a cord? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not wireless.
I was just thinking
earbuds. I'm not spending that kind of money.
Yeah.
No, so we just listen now when they all are on their device because we do this program called Smarty Ants every day. And when they're all on their device at the same time, it's quite noisy in there. But they'll either refuse to wear them or they'll bend them around their waist, and they don't care. Now, I wish we could say to parents, provide their headphones, but we can't. But anyway.
What are you going to do?
I did have an interesting moment this week of clarity with one of my kids.
Yeah?
This kid has been quite the challenge.
Ah, I know which one you're talking about then.
For me this year. Really has tested me in ways I feel I've never been tested before. And I was having a conversation with one of the other people at the school, a staff member, about it, and she mentioned something in our conversation that kind of shifted a whole new light onto the situation. And ever since then, I've had a much easier... Now, that's only been 3 days, so, I mean, anything could change. We could have a really bad day tomorrow. Who knows? But we had 3 really nice days because I shifted my mindset on how to handle what I was dealing with.
Yeah.
Really, like, the root of what we were dealing with. And whether or not that is correct, my little, in my brain... diagnosis, it's helping me make it through the day without wanting to drink when I come home, or crying when they go to PE.
Yeah. Well, if you can avoid both of those things, that'd be great.
Yeah. I have 19 more days left, and so we just we're gonna muscle our way through no matter what. So, anyway, anything else go on this week?
Well,
we had a really nice dinner yesterday.
Yeah, we went to, if you're local, go to Blue Pete's. They've reopened. They've always been a really good restaurant, but the last time we were there, their floor was
they got
for
flooded
shit.
out.
Yeah,
really, because they're
on the water.
Not on the beach, but they're like right on the tributaries or whatever.
Yeah, a watershed.
And we had a pretty bad storm that really washed out a lot of stuff, and they were basically
and then the pandemic
underwater.
Happened, so
yeah, but they've really redone it. The floors anyway on the inside now are just like concrete
slab, which is nice.
But you go out like the back, people were pulling up pontoon boats and just parking their pontoon boat and getting out and coming in, and they have a whole bar outside and they had music, and the food
is awesome. We were looking at the menu trying to figure out what we wanted, but then we were out with Robin and Troy, and they got they split a crab cake dinner and added some shrimp. We're like, you know what? Let's just do that.
Well, what got us on that was the cheese sauce on the
oh my god
broccoli was a pepper jack cheese sauce, and Kevin was like, when she said
I was thinking, I was thinking I would get brisket, and then I was going to do mashed potatoes and maybe do mac and cheese. I thought about the broccoli, and I was like, I don't know. I'm gonna do whatever. And then she said they do pepper jack cheese sauce on the broccoli. I was like, what?
So I was like, I'm splitting my meal in half anyway.
Yeah.
And so it was like, why don't we do the exact same thing? So 1 crab cake each. I think you had 3 shrimp and I had 2. Mm-hmm. We split the mashed potatoes.
And
we split the broccoli.
The shrimp, y'all.
Next time I go, the crab cake was really good too.
The crab cake was really good.
We should just do the same thing because I was like, next time I go, I'm getting that fried shrimp. I think it was the best fried shrimp I've ever had.
It was crazy how good that shrimp was.
But now I'm just like, but that crab cake. And you had the fried crab cake. Mine was broiled.
I think next time I'd rather do the broiled.
Oh, it was so good.
It was really good. The crab cake portion was good, but when they basically deep fried it and it was good, but I think the broiled would have been better. We should have just
done 2 broiled.
Yeah.
Next time.
But oh my god, delicious. It was very good. And the broccoli was good. The mashed potatoes were good. All the food was good. If I had to give it one bad critique, is that they had the paper straws, which
really weren't that bad.
They weren't horrible. They didn't just fall apart like some paper straws do. They were a little bit.
Did you notice though? They also only serve you in little glasses like this, so you don't have that straw in your.
Yeah.
You're not you're getting reserved a drink at least once or twice.
Yeah.
Because the cups were small. So I wonder how many paper straws they go through.
I wonder how many people swipe cups.
I know, me too. But they probably don't cost that much because they were just little plastic. But
had their logo on it, but yeah.
Oh, it was good.
It was so really good.
It was also some area high schools prom or ring dance because there was a group of kids in there. When we first got there, we waited. They have like 2 bars inside and a bar outside. And we just went and sat at one of the bars inside that wasn't open. But it was in this room where these kids were having their dinner. And there was, what would you say,
probably 15,
16 of them?
Yeah.
And every now and then one of their moms would run in and take pictures of them. And I was like, I don't know how I feel. Like, I would be so embarrassed as a kid. Like, the parents were all in there eating dinner.
Yeah.
At the same time as them. And then when a limo got there, they all ran out and were taking pictures of the kids and stuff. And I was like, those kids are probably like, oh my God, stop. But, yeah, it was really nice.
It was really cool.
If the weather had been cooler, we could have eaten outside.
Yeah.
Although right on the water, there's probably tons of mosquitoes.
I think we've got there at the right time, though, because I think they were getting ready. They were definitely starting some live music. And that's all well and good if you
but it was
want
outside.
to go there. Yeah, it was outside, but we could still hear the guys warming up and whatnot.
Yeah, but it wasn't so loud that you couldn't hear.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, that was really good. And then we went back to their house and played some cards and won some money and lost some money. We probably about evened out on the money.
Yeah.
And
it was fun. We had a good time.
Nice night. It's good to get out. We haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah.
So that was like the highlight of the week, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I agree.
Yeah. Otherwise, the Wonder Journey is still trucking along. I'm kind of hit a little point where I'm not really going up or down. I'm just kind of maintaining. But I'm glad to maintain on the weekends because I eat a whole extra meal every weekend. I eat breakfast with Kevin, and I don't eat breakfast during the week. So
we got to work that out though, because when school ends,
I know because I'm not. It is true. I'm not hungry, and I'm just eating it because it's what you do, and that's part of the problem.
But that is why we were talking about. Well, what are we going to talk about this week? Well, as it happens, she's picked up another artistic. Yeah, besides
creative outlet. Besides food, I do handle stress with
various creative outlets.
I sometimes paint and sometimes sew and.
The paintings that you've done with like sit and paint or sip and paint,
I've done a couple
wine
just
paints.
by myself looking.
Yeah,
at
and you've done you by yourself.
Once you learn techniques, then you can pretty much.
The most hilarious one is when you went with your mom and Jen, and y'all painted the. It was supposed to be like a swamp tree, but they all looked like
they were
rocket
lighthouses.
That's really?
Yes. They were lighthouses with the sun setting behind them, and Kevin's like, "Oh, you painted rocket ships." And ever since he said that, I couldn't look at it as anything else. That's what it was. I think I threw that painting away.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of them hanging in my classroom.
Yeah.
Because what am I going to do with them at home?
And there was a few that you got for Christmas. And I went with you one time when we painted glasses for Christmas. Because it was a Santa glass, and we did
we painted a wine glass.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, and then I got into like the T-shirt making, and then I got into doing other stuff with the Cricut machine.
We've talked about the cakes.
Did decorated cakes for a little while.
Yeah, you were great at that.
I like to get. Well, the problem with that is, if I could just sit down and have everything ready for me and just decorate, that'd be great.
Yeah.
But it's like making all the frostings and then making the different colors, and it's such a mess. And the cleanup is ridiculous, and it just was not fun. And now I can't even eat the stuff that I would be making anyway. So, but no, what I've gone to now is crochet. I've always wanted to learn how to crochet, and my Aunt Karen crochets a lot, and she makes blankets and all kinds of things. And she tried to teach me, and it didn't go well. She was just like, you should just give this up. This was years and years ago. And, I mean, over the years, I've tried to pick it up again and I don't have the dexterity in my hands. Mm-hmm. So I came across, I was on TikTok one day, and this ad came up for this beginner crochet kit where you could make a little, I'll show you. This is him. This is Felix. Everything you need is right in the little kit. they have step-by-step video directions. And so I thought, well, shoot, I could try that. So I went to Amazon because I didn't go to their website. I always go to Amazon first. And it cost like $35. I'm like, phew, that's expensive. I'll try for a cheaper one because they have other kits.
That was a mistake.
So they have other kits. So I was like, oh, here's these other kits that are like $10. So I got one of those instead. And it just, I mean, I make a magic ring. And I was just really frustrated. Days worth of like, I'm going to pick it up and try again, and nope, I can't do it. And I'm going to pick it up and try again, and nope, I can't do it. And I literally one morning woke up, and it kind of in my head, I had been going over it, and I'm like, oh, now I think I get it. And I went and sat down, and I did it. But the yarn with that kit, it was just a pain in the neck.
It was just shitty yarn.
And so one of the things with this little guy is the yarn is almost like t-shirt fabric. So it doesn't come apart in little strands. And they said it's much easier to learn on that because you can see your stitches a lot better. So then I just broke down and I bought this. So I made this little guy. Look, his eyes are not on. His eyes are uneven. Wait, I'll hold him like... If I hold him like this, then his eyes look even. And that took me just not too long. I started on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I was done... No, I started on Wednesday. I was done on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday, I went back to the $10 thing, thinking, now that I know the stitches, and I know what an increased stitch is, and what a decreased stitch is, and all that kind of stuff, then I went back and I made this little guy. This one I just finished today. He's supposed to be a koala bear. The little pom-poms didn't turn out as good as they should have. So I'm now growing a menagerie of
little puppet
animals because now I have a kit that has this one and 2 others in it. Mm-hmm. So I have 3 more I can work on. And once I really get good at knowing all the stitches, then I can just get the pattern. Like this guy, this is the one I couldn't get started.
Mm-hmm.
And I could never get further than like his little bottom there, which that hole is actually too open. Because if you see this little guy, his little hole is all the way closed. See?
He's clenched.
Yeah. So what was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh. Once you learn all the stuff, this little guy, the second time around, I just followed the pattern. I didn't look at any videos.
Well, there you go.
And then I just made some shit up on the fly. So, but you know what it is, But so I have this little now menagerie of things growing. What I'm going to do with those, I don't know. Probably take them to school, and there'll be some kids' little...
treat.
Not a treat, but like friend for the day. They'll get all nasty and gross.
And then you chuck them.
They'll probably pick all the stuffing out of the inside, pop the eyeballs off, because they just don't care about anybody else's property. But so maybe they'll just sit by me as my own personal protection.
And there you go.
When you see Felix out on my table, that means leave me alone.
And then you can start working on like blankets and shit.
Maybe.
You know?
Because we don't have enough of those around here, but I could make them and sell them.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can do the circle stitching, the hardest part is counting your stitches. Because, like, you stitch 8 in a round in a circle, and then the next time you do an increase stitch, so that's like a double. So now you have 16, but you have to make sure. And then this said, I got up to 32 in the circle, and it's like, all right, now do 17 more rows of that. And keeping track of how many rows I had already done, that was the hard part. The counting, which I'd have to count if I was doing long rows just so that the blanket stayed. But I'm working on, getting my hands to hold the yarn tight enough. Not too tight, not too loose. It's just, But success, anyway. So I was happy. At least I have something to show for all that frustration.
There you go. You make seat covers.
Seat covers for the car. How 1960s would that be? Do you want a steering wheel cover for a Colossus?
No.
Okay.
I was helping Dad with an endeavor today. With he has a bunch of videotapes and a camera that he found, and he was cleaning out the closet, and we're going to find a way to digitize them so that because we don't have a player except for the camera itself. As a matter of fact, you might hear some of the videos playing because he's in the room over there watching the videos. But we had to go to a battery place to pick up a battery for the camera. And one of the cool things is, when we got the car, we only had one fob. They didn't have two fobs. They just had one fob. We're like, well, that's a pain in the ass, but that's all right. So we've been going by with one fob. While I was at the battery place, they have fobs. Like, you can do replacement fobs there. And they're like, $50, $25 all the way up to $60. The girl told me the Hyundai ones are going to be about $60. And then the programming is another $60 fee, which is considerably cheaper than the $600.
Like $600.
Yeah, if you want another car, so check out some of these places. You need a fob.
We're probably the last people in the world to know that.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah. So I came across another one of my creative endeavors as we were cleaning in here today. This is one I tried. Look. I did a quilling with little strips of paper glued into this foam backboard. Now I don't know what to do with this.
So we're going to get a poster board and we're going to hang it probably up in here, maybe?
A poster frame. Right. I ordered a poster frame. It's ready for pickup, by the way.
Oh, what time do they close tonight?
No, probably too late for tonight, but you can pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's, I guess, gonna get hung somewhere.
Yeah. And like I said, we could put it right there in the background. So
yeah, maybe. It would just blend so much into the wall because it's white.
Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. Oh well.
I have a painting I got for Christmas of Tilly, a paint by number kit. And it's Tilly, but I haven't been brave enough to start on that yet. So that I have to get underway here pretty soon.
Well,
this could be in the summer once I'm out of school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did come across another very interesting thing. Dad and my mom and Dad have been cleaning their closet out, and Dad came out and he was like, "Do you have any idea whose yearbook this is?" And it was a yearbook from
Cox High School.
Cox High School. That was the high school my brother and sister and I all went to. And I was like, looked, 96 was way after I graduated, and I was like, I don't even think that's... Anyway, I opened it up to look to see whose it was, and all of the things that are signed on the inside are to someone named Andy. You have no idea whose your book
Andy,
this
we
is.
have your book.
So I texted my sister who's in Mexico right now, and her friend Christy, and I'm like, do you have any idea anyone named Andy? And they both came back at the almost exact same time with the name of this kid. Well, not a kid now. He's
in his 30s at least.
He's at least 40.
Yeah, 40, yeah.
And I was like, oh, somebody they worked with when they were in high school. And I don't know how Jennifer ended up with his yearbook, but we've got it. He's probably been looking for it all these years. It's his senior year. So when they get back, I'm going to see if one of them will message him and say, I have to look through it and make sure it's actually his. But yeah, interesting little find. I don't even know where my own high school yearbooks are at, but I sure know where this guy Andy's senior yearbook is.
That's how it works out. I don't know where mine are either, but I just didn't care. High school wasn't fun for me, so.
No, really not for me either.
So.
I hated high school. I hated middle school. I liked elementary school.
Yeah.
But, yeah, high school and middle school were... nah. I would have thrived in the virtual learning
environment, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so there's that. New ways to manage stress. Just give yourself more stress by trying to learn how to crochet.
Well, like I said, you've always been creative.
Yeah, but at least there's an outcome. There's a product. There's
Yeah.
something I can see. I can look at it and go, oh, I did that right, or oh, I did that wrong. You know?
Yeah.
And there's something about that for me that I don't know, I like it. But anyway.
And it's a good project, you know? One of the things we've done today, too, is we were cleaning up and we're trying to put stuff in places. And we found some nice places to put Dad's projects. He's been creative, endeavoring.
Yeah, he's been building.
And, he's got models. He's got Lego stuff. The Lego stuff's pretty good. And then he's got an A10 that's beautiful. It's
a big sailboat.
Yeah.
So we got all that stuff displayed nicely in here now.
Yeah.
For Christmas, I bought him, is it St. Peter's Basilica?
Yeah.
It's beautiful, but now I'm like, oh, that whole Russian, thing is
the
bad
Russian
timing
thing
on
makes
that.
it
But it's proudly displayed right in the front of our house.
Yeah.
Because he did such a nice job, and it's really pretty.
It is really
pretty building. So, anyway, you want to hear some odd news?
Let's go for odd news.
Okay.
This week's odd news brought to you by odd people everywhere.
Ourselves included. All right. I'm just going to kind of scroll through. Some of these are odd, and some of them are just like, Indiana students attempt world record game of Duck, Duck, Goose.
Really?
Yeah, more than 2,000 kids from 3 Indiana high schools came together to play Duck, Duck, Goose.
That's a hell of a sprint. Because you sit Indian style in a big circle. So it'd have to be a big-ass circle. You got 2,000 kids, right? So it's got to be done on like a ball field, a baseball field or something like that, football field, something. So you goose somebody and take off running, right? Well, you're running around a circle of 2,000 kids. That is a sprint. So you've got to be hauling ass in order to make it back around so you can get to that spot. That's how Dr. Deuce works.
It's just the game had to last for at least 16 minutes.
Oh, for Guinness to...
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do, though? They're high school kids, right? And the thing about Guinness, you win a record in the Guinness Book of World Records. Of course, you get in the book. You also get a lifetime supply of Guinness.
That must go to the superintendent. Because it
son
said
of a
Superintendent Rob Hayworth said officials believe the record was successfully broken, but they're waiting for official word from Guinness. So, I keep pulling on this side, but it's this side. I'm looking backwards at myself in the... Yeah, so, I don't know. I didn't realize kids still played Duck, Duck, Goose.
There was a whole movie about how they play tag still, like the adults playing tag.
Yeah, that was
great movie, by the way.
That was a good movie. All right, let's see if I can get this computer to go back. Not cooperating. Oh, there we go. Maryland woman earns bachelor's degree at age 82.
Good for her.
I wonder what it's in. You want to find out?
Yeah. Advanced biochemistry. No.
Let's see. She had a long career as a licensed practical nurse. Returned to school in her late 70s to pursue a degree in business management.
Oh.
She wants to grow her event planning business.
Okay. All right.
I mean, get on out there with your bad self.
Awesome for her.
Try getting that loan repaid. Did they wonder if they gave her a student loan? They're like, kangaroo wanders into warehouse office in Australia. That has to happen a lot, though.
That's a daily, I'm sure.
I would think so. Because, I, of course, have an image of kangaroos just hopping all over the damn place in Australia.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're not. But, Now, why is this odd news? National Bike to Work Day started in 1955 to promote healthy commuting.
Whatever.
Why is that odd news? Isn't it kind of just common sense?
Yeah.
Boredom steers Maryland woman to $25,000 lotto win.
She just bought a lotto card or ticket
out of boredom.
Whatever.
Paper plane takes record-breaking 252-foot flight in South Korea.
That's longer than the damn Wright brothers. Seriously, I don't know off the top of my head if that's accurate, but it probably is.
That's quite the feat. What the hell? Did they drop it from a helicopter or something?
It had to be an incline. Like if somebody did a Trashmore.
They hit it off a cliff.
Yeah, well, probably like from Trashmore. You get at the top of Trashmore, you throw the thing, and it hits the wind just right. It's got a long way to go before it hits the ground. That's the only way I can think of that working.
Let's see. Endangered okapi at Oklahoma City Zoo is pregnant.
Okay.
All right, way to go. Someone else winning the lottery. Another animal being born. Boy, this is like terrible, odd news. Another Guinness Book of Records. British man spends 36 hours on a swing. Okay.
Oh, the things people will do for free beer.
British chef cooks up the world's largest vegetarian Scotch egg.
What's the point in that?
It weighed 18.3 pounds.
I've always wondered what a Scotch egg would taste like.
That I'm on.
I don't know. I've always wanted to try Scotch egg. If anybody leaving the comments knows where I could go to.
Oh, there used to be a place at Pembroke Mall, but that place is no longer there.
Yeah, the White Horse. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to White Horse. Got a nice little story about that. I went to the White Horse with Richard and Matt when I went and get my. They wanted me to try the apple cider, and I got messed up drunk off of that in the middle of the day. Because that'll get you quick. You know, you don't think you're drinking something too heavy with the alcohol, and then you get up and it's like, oh, nope, there it is. So as I'm leaving, that's when I decided I needed to buy a cell phone, my first cell phone. So I go to the kiosk, and this poor girl from Verizon's trying to help me pick out a phone and all this other stuff. And then she was confused because her laser printer wouldn't work. So I said, let me take a look at it. And I just start yanking it apart. And I was like, here's your problem right here. And she sees me rip this thing out of the cartridge, which she didn't rip the one of the things that you have to pull out of a toner cartridge in order for the dust to go through. So all she's saying is some dude just start ripping apart her printer. And then I put it back together and it started working. She was amazed by it. I was like, oh, yeah.
Here's a sweet one. This dog broke into a Tennessee couple's home and snuggled her way into their bed.
Aww.
During a thunderstorm. They woke up and there was a strange dog snuggled in between them.
Strange wet dog.
How would you do?
Yeah, but you the first after the initial shock, but then there's this dog.
And it's a cute dog too.
Yeah.
Look, oh.
Good dog.
Researchers spot a rare type of dragonfish at 1,000 feet deep.
Really?
Okay.
The ocean's not any place to trifle with because there's still shit down there that we're never going to know about. So.
Here's, if you're looking for work, Antarctica's Penguin Post Office is hiring.
Oh my God.
If you can sort mail, sell postage stamps, and count penguins, it could be the job for you. Taco Bell is bringing back the Mexican pizza.
All right, now.
This is from April. But I have to say, yeah, I know I have a low battery. We went to Taco Bell. And because Mom was like, I said, oh, they that's my mom's favorite thing at Taco Bell. They didn't have that on the menu there.
Well, damn it.
I know, she wasn't happy. South Asia is pretty happy about it, though. Let's see. Yeah, those are all old. There's really not much news. I'm staying away from actual news because...
Yeah, because what is there good to talk about?
There's nothing really good to talk about. So, let's see. Oh, yeah, sure, I agree. Oh, you told me about this one.
What's that?
He can do anything. He's the chief of police.
Oh, yeah.
Child Jaws actor gets top job in the town where it was filmed.
Yeah, I follow a page called, there's basically a Jaws fan page, Daily Jaws. And the kid, everybody remembers Jaws, there's the kid that had the cardboard fin where they evacuated the beach where these two kids had a fin in the water and they were swimming around with it just to freak people out. The kid and both kids were brothers in real life who just happened to live on the island, and they had them do this. They weren't actors. And the kid that was pointing at the other one says, he made me do that. You know, it was his idea. He made me do it. He is now the chief of police in what's, fictional Amityville is actually Martha's Vineyard. So that's pretty cool.
Woman gives birth at Metallica show as band plays Enter Sandman.
That's awesome.
They have to name that child
Sleep
Sandman.
with Wanda.
Poor kid. That's your first experience of. Why was she at a Metallica show?
9 months pregnant.
Oh my God! That's not good.
Kids coming out, hands first, devil horns.
Oh my God.
Kid's name's Lars.
I don't know if we talked about this story, but I've read this story before. A woman was rescued by firefighters after falling into a toilet while trying to retrieve her phone.
What?
Trapped her cell phone in like an outdoor toilet.
Oh my God.
And they had to come and rescue her. She fell in.
Yeah, that phone would be gone. Fuck all that.
Yeah, I would just say, see you later, iPhone.
I've lost I know my wife. That phone's never going to be retrieved.
I mean, even if you got it back, would you use it?
No.
No. I would just say, oh, someone stole my phone.
It's not covered by the insurance. I don't care.
Crazy. Let's see.
What are you going to do? Get it out with a grabby?
Gosh.
No, you're not going to get it out with a grabby because then you got to throw the grabby away.
My iPad's going to die, so I guess that's the end of odd news.
Mm.
I don't know. There's nothing really else going on.
Well, why don't we...
I did my nails for the holiday coming up.
Yeah.
Exciting things, right?
Yeah. Well, it is exciting.
Memorial Day is very exciting. I mean, it's a sad holiday. It shouldn't be one that we're like, oh, yay, it's Memorial Day.
Well, because it's usually traditionally a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, but I mean, you're also remembering people who lost their lives.
Yeah.
I can't really think of anything else that has happened this week.
All right, so why don't we...
It's rained a lot.
Yeah. And it was crazy hot yesterday. It was like 95, but after the heat index with all the humidity, it was like over 100.
I didn't notice because I stayed inside most of the day.
Yeah, it was stupid outside. It was stupid.
All right.
While you're grabbing that, next week I'm going to be putting the pool together finally. We were going to do it last week, but it was rain kept us out of it. So this week we're going to drain the top of the water off of the cover, get the cover off, put the hoses on, fill up the water to get it up to the water line, throw some chemicals in, getting that pool ready.
Should have done this before.
Yeah, should have grabbed it beforehand, but
we don't do anything the easy way.
Yeah. You know what else?
I don't even know what I grabbed out of there.
And we don't talk about Bruno.
Couples.
All right, couples. This is a good one.
Looks as though we've done those and not done those.
Okay.
So let's go this way. I'll take the first one. You ready?
Yep.
How much money do we need in the bank to feel secure?
At least $1.
To feel secure.
I'd say 500. 400? 200.
No, I was thinking like 20,000.
Oh. I'm just saying because we're week-to-week people. So
we are.
Yeah.
But to feel secure, like,
if there was 20 grand in the bank?
If I lost my job, we'd be okay until I got a new job.
Yeah.
500. This explains so much.
That's me misunderstanding the question more than anything else. But you're right, because you're supposed to, optimally, you're supposed to have like 3 months salary in the bank.
Yeah. I mean, we have a good deal of money saved right now.
Yeah.
But it's earmarked for something. So, more money than we've had saved in a really long time. And we just have regular money, more than $500, thankfully.
Well, just thinking like, we're like, let's go get bologna because we've only got
you're talking about that kind of secure.
Yeah.
Like, we know where our next meal is coming from kind of secure. And I'm talking about, like, I might leave my job
in my 20s, that was the thing. If I had $20 in the bank, it was like, well, I guess I got to eat bologna or something, a bologna sandwich for dinner, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So, I mean, I
that explains why you're so secure and I always worry about money.
Yeah. I mean, I can live off of, like, dirt shit if I had to.
Yeah, but why should we?
Well, we shouldn't.
No.
And I'm glad we don't.
Me too.
And you're a huge reason why that is, but,
All right. 500.
Who wins most arguments?
We don't really argue that much because you don't argue and I win.
There you go.
And I'm usually right.
Yeah.
Not always.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I went to put my smartwatch on, and I hadn't worn it in a while. And we were in the car on the way to dinner, and I was like, well, I can't. It's telling me the wrong time because daylight savings, whatever. And I couldn't figure out how to change it. So I'm like, those kind of things frustrate me really easy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how do you change the time on this? And he's like,
gotta sync it up with your phone.
I don't know. You have to sync it up with your phone. And I'm like, well, what kind of watch? I don't know what kind of watch it is. Like, I was really getting kind of short with you. And then he was like, well, look in your Bluetooth. Is it coming up? Like, I don't know what the name of the watch is.
But you found the app.
I did.
And then once you found the app had the name of the phone, which you saw on the Bluetooth. And then when that wouldn't connect, you were like, well, God damn it, why won't this connect? I was like, there's a little the letter I with a circle around it. Tap on that and hit forget the device. You're like, what that's going to do?
Why do I have to do that? Why does it have to forget the device in order to remember the
Bluetooth,
device?
That's what you have to do with Bluetooth. I've had to do it a couple times with the Raycons.
Silly.
It's, technology be thy name.
Okay. What's your partner's oddest habit?
Your oddest habit?
Am I your partner?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes, mine.
I don't have any other partners, so. Wow.
Well, you went your oddest habit? Well, yeah, I mean.
I'm just trying to think. I can't think of any that you do that's odd. Not really.
I could tell you what one of your oddest habits is. And we've talked about it before.
Which one is that?
Announcing that you farted once you farted.
Yeah, that's true. I still do that.
You do. Here's another thing he does, and I don't know why. He'll be walking along, and then just out of the clear blue, for no reason, he'll just smack his chest.
That's something I've done since I was a kid.
I don't know if any other men do that.
That's something I've done since I was a kid.
For don't know why. Sometimes it scares the shit out of me because I don't even know why he's doing it. That's an odd habit.
Yeah.
Do you even realize you're doing it? You just do it.
No, I just do it. I don't know why.
You're saying I don't have any odd habits.
I can't think of anything. I really can't.
How about I just pile shoes up?
Well, there is that.
I will take my shoes off and put them in the pile of shoes.
Well, we did good this weekend.
And then
we got all the shoes
before I know it, there's like 6 pairs of shoes piled up by my chair in the living room.
Yeah. Yeah, but that won't happen this week because, we move stuff around.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah.
I already have a pile of things in there that came in the mail that I have to put wherever. These are going to school. This is going here. It's just all stacked up on my chair. We just cleaned it yesterday, and it's right back to the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
not
a habit
quite as
of
bad.
Not putting anything away.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's odd. I'm really good at taking things out, but I'm terrible about putting things away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's that.
There's that.
What scared secret? What shared secret would we never tell our friends?
That's a dumb question because I'm not going to answer it.
Yeah. I mean, there's tons of stories that...
we have tons of them. You're
never going to hear them, so sorry, folks.
Why would you even ask that question? If it's a shared secret that you would never tell your friends, they're not going to tell you.
Yeah. Well, this is when... I guess the idea is that we wouldn't be doing this live on a podcast.
If we were sitting around a table with people and that came up, I'd be like, why would I tell you?
Nope, not going to tell you folks.
Hell no.
Not even for cash from $K Rose VA.
How would you like your partner to be more health conscious?
Well, we're working on that. We've been talking about that for weeks now, so there you go.
If you ain't paying attention.
How did you see the next years of your life before you fell in love? Wow. That's profound. Like, if we didn't meet.
Yeah. What did you think your future was going to be like before you met me?
Well, that's you. You got to answer this.
Oh, I have to answer that. I had pretty much given up on the idea of being in a partnership, being married, and I was just ready to, be independent, on my own, making it, and then you came along.
Yeah. Fuck that all up.
You did. And I moved right back into my parents' house.
For me, it was a little different. I had spent years focusing on the career. Like before Cox, it was at Canon. I was very much job oriented, and then after Pop's health started declining, and I realized I didn't have anything outside of the job. I realized that I don't have a personal life. I need to do something about that, and I felt the need to start looking for you, and then I found you, and it was awesome. But had I not found you, I don't know. I probably would be dead because things that I've done since we've met is like going to the doctor and shit. And, I'd have been a dead diabetic long before. Well, I would have died with the fucking cyst that I had. I had a baseball-sized cyst on my chest and didn't do anything about it. And it probably would have killed me if it got septic. I'd have died for sure. There's no doubt. Deader than hell.
You eventually would have gone to the doctor because you were in pain.
You think that. You just don't know how stubborn us Rose boys are. Yeah, my brothers about how stubborn we are.
What would we fear most if we won the lottery?
Ooh, going broke. Because you win the lottery, and this happens with a lot of people that win the lottery. They go broke because they spend everything right away. So you have to be smart about it. You get the big ticket items. You get a house and pay it off, and then you work out with a financial advisor how the money can sit somewhere and then pay for the shit maintenance, for taxes and whatnot. And then you just have money to do things like traveling and whatnot. That's the smart way to do it. Don't be giving money to every Billy Joe Bob that shows up and says, "Hey, you were my buddy back in blah blah." Yeah, you can go take your story walking, buddy. I don't want to hear your shit.
You don't think you would be like, "I'm so tired of putting up with this crap here, I'm out"?
What? No, not at all. Actually, it depends on how big the lottery is. Because if it's something like $1 million, we'd fix up this house.
Yeah, I mean, that's not like...
We can't quit the job money over $1 million. But it would be enough to fix up this house really nice.
What if it was like $300 million?
Then we'd buy several houses.
Why?
Because we could be in several different places, wherever we wanted to be. We could have a house that's on the water at the beach or a lake.
But, I mean, we wouldn't need a house. We could just,
Yeah. We'd figure it out. But
rent the place.
I would make sure that we had...
Because why would you want the headache of having to maintain the place?
Well, that's the thing. That's where you get the financial guy to set it up so that those things are maintained by a stack of cash that's kept in a bank that just draws interest, and that interest goes to pay for the...
My question is, like, if you build a house at Smith Mountain Lake...
Okay.
But you're not there a lot. I mean, we're not there.
Yeah.
So the heat goes out. This goes out. We're free renting in the house. It's just a headache. Mm-hmm. When we could just be like, hey, let's go for a vacation. Let's spend a month down there and rent someone else's headache.
Well, that's true, too. We'd have to have one central house, though.
Well, I mean, obviously, we'd have to live somewhere.
Yeah.
Would you want to live part of the year in one place and part of the year in another?
Yeah, that's possible, too. But I don't know if I'd want to go anywhere. Like, I like Virginia Beach, and I like Tennessee. I would probably...
There's so many places we haven't been.
Yeah. And there's that. There's some places that are OTL, like California, pretty much anywhere on the West Coast. There's no need to go anywhere on the West Coast. Chicago,
I wouldn't want to go anywhere
Detroit.
really hot, and I wouldn't want to go anywhere really cold.
Yeah, Minnesota's out. Yeah. And, so I'd go to Alaska, but, I mean, that'd have to be...
I mean, I could visit Alaska. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Visit Alaska. I wouldn't build a house there.
No, but my question was, if we were going to have, like, a winter and a summer place.
Oh. Well, the winter place would have to be somewhere that's not freezing as cold. Maybe.
It doesn't get freezing as cold here.
So we could have the place here. You stay here in the winter, and in the summer, someplace where it's not...
I say we just have one main house, like we live in one place.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just go spend a month here or there if we want.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I would definitely design, though, and build a house.
Yeah.
And we would sell this house.
Yeah.
because I want a big closet and a bathroom all to myself. And if I had $300 million, I would
porch.
get a wraparound front porch.
Kick-ass back
Nice
deck.
back deck with an outdoor kitchen.
And a pool.
Swimming pool that someone comes and maintains.
With maybe even an indoor
Maybe a movie theater
house.
room. I would love to have that.
Hell yeah. Hell to the yeah.
Elevator in the house.
And a slide.
I want to get a slide. I would want a nice laundry room close to the bedrooms.
Yeah.
I would want a big kitchen.
Yeah. Gas.
A 3-car garage.
More than that. Because we'd need a car for each of us, plus a truck, plus probably...
Why would we need a truck?
Because you gotta have a truck.
Honey, I'm in my 50s. What do I need a truck for?
You gotta have a truck. And then if we got a good sized property, then you want a vehicle to tool around the property with.
Oh, if we lived on like a little lake or something, I would have a pontoon boat.
Yeah.
Oh, party boat.
Could get a place up at the Smith Mountain or up in Gaskin, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Gaskin.
And then I'd have some professional designer, come in and design all the rooms.
Yeah.
Furniture, everything. Yeah. I mean, I would sit with somebody and go, all right, this is what I need my closet to be. All right, that's what we're going to design. That's what I would do. And then the rest of the money, I would sock it away. Because we don't, maybe travel.
Yeah.
But we don't,
But we'd stay at hotels and shit. And our hotels might get upgraded and rent houses. And, but our hotel experience would be upgraded because we'd be staying at George Washington.
I don't know about that because remember when we were traveling, when we went to Tennessee and we started off at the really fancy places and we were just more comfortable at the mid-grades because it was so expensive.
The Washington was nice though. The George Washington Hotel was very nice.
It was a nice hotel, but
you're right. The best place that we stayed was that place in Myrtle Beach. At the golf course.
The Grand Dunes?
The Grand Dunes in Myrtle Beach was the best place. It was basically like a little apartment.
I could stay there for a month.
Yeah. Yeah, Myrtle Beach is nice. I like Myrtle Beach. I'd go back with me and you to go back.
I like Myrtle Beach too.
Or go with family, but I would prefer to go with just me and you.
All right, pick a card.
All right.
Pipe dreams.
Pipe dreams. How does the importance of physical beauty change as we age? Well, that's just silly.
I mean, are we talking me and you personally, or are we talking society?
That's the question.
For me personally, it just doesn't. I've never been very focused on that.
No.
To begin with. I mean, clearly you have
I think it's changing in society too, though, because one of the most successful actresses right now is Melissa McCarthy, who is not by any stretch somebody's.
Do you think she's one of the most successful actresses right now?
Yeah, she's made millions and millions of dollars in the last 10 years. Her movies make millions. She's always
cast as the buffoon.
Yeah.
The big fat buffoon.
Adam Sandler's made billions of dollars off of playing a buffoon.
I know, but I'm saying I think she's made money playing the type.
Right. But
and
the question
is, does the importance of physical beauty change?
Well, I think, as a society, I think people are more open to people that are not typical,
Well, we talked about this. Look at the swimsuit model who's on the cover of Sports Illustrated is a plus-size swimsuit model.
There you go.
And, and I support that. That's great. Mm-hmm. Now, the men who want that issue might not like that. Especially that one jackass on Twitter who said, this is not beautiful. I think this is, And there was nothing wrong with that woman.
No, nothing at all.
But, so I don't know if it changes as you get older. I don't know. Men always tend to age and people go, oh, he's so distinguished. And then women just get old and haggard.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, you look at somebody like Morgan Fairchild, who didn't change for 3 decades. She didn't start looking old until she was well in her 70s. She
probably had tons of plastic surgery.
Yeah. But didn't go bad. There's people that had
didn't go bad.
Well, there's tons of people that had plastic surgery that looked like shit. That looked horrible.
Yeah, their
and
faces don't move.
Right. They're obviously plastic surgery, but
I think you can't deny a physical, like, you see a person, you're like, oh, that's a nice looking guy, or that woman's nice look, You can't deny that.
No,
and you're attracted to what you're attracted to.
Yeah.
So if you're attracted to those types, you can't control what you find attractive.
There you go.
So, but I think the importance of your physical, I know for me, the older I get, the less I care about wearing things with no sleeves.
Yeah.
There was a long period of my life where I never would have, like... Now it's just like, I don't care. If people don't like it, they don't have to look at me. I'm going to be comfortable. Will I go into a public pool? Probably not. I probably still wouldn't do that. But, I guess the importance of it doesn't really matter much to me.
Yeah. Well, it's never mattered to me because I look like a freaking ogre anyway, so...
What are we at? 56 minutes? We got a few more minutes?
Yeah, let's do some more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We usually do 10 anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa. What does your partner bring to your life that wouldn't be there without them?
Well, like I said, first of all, the caring enough to make me go to the doctor, or the bills getting paid, that sort of thing.
All the practical stuff.
Yeah, there's all the practical stuff, but just the reason to move on, to do anything, Again, once the ambition for the job was gone, I needed something, and you were it, and it's worked out pretty damn well. I'm happier than I've ever been in my life. Except for tomorrow, when I'll be even happier than I am today. There it is.
For me, and, we moved back in here, really, a lot of reasons, but mainly because my parents were, like, retiring age, and I didn't want my dad to work until he couldn't work anymore, which ended up happening anyway, but... We wanted him to retire, and we were gonna.
He was never. If your dad didn't get diagnosed, he never would.
He'd still be working right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
1,000%.
Right, I know. But in my head, I was like, I just don't want him to have to work until he's 80.
Yeah.
They worked a long time in their life to be able to purchase a home, and I don't want to see them not be able to keep it. So that's gonna be our role anyway as they get older and we get older, so we just live here and help. And then I've lived here 23 years. But when you're not here, I'm not like I am like, oh, I'm home, but I'm not really home unless you're here. And I don't know how else to
word that.
Yeah, it's just everything feels settled and calm.
Yeah.
When you get off work, it's like, just the weekends are great now because
we're together.
Yeah. And I honestly don't think I would have ever had an attachment like that with anybody. I never would have found anybody who could put up with the kind of BS that you sometimes put up with from me. I
got a strong tolerance. I got a tough hide. So
that's true.
Yeah. What secret single behavior do you indulge in when your partner's not around? Well, we don't want to talk about no. No, I don't.
Oh, this is for me?
Yeah.
I will admit to playing the music and singing along loud when no one's around. That's not just you.
Yeah.
I'll go in and I still pretend like I'm singing it, and,
probably a lot of Lin-Manuel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's probably it.
Mm-hmm.
For you, it's the pizza with all the trash on it, because that's not really a secret.
Yeah.
But that's what you will order.
Well, I don't do secrets anyway, because I suck at it. So.
Yeah, we don't really keep secrets. I swear I would never. keep secrets.
And I do the same thing. Like if no one else is in the house and I'm doing stuff, especially if I'm in the kitchen, I'll put the phone down, put it on speaker, and I'll be blasting whatever.
Dancing and
yeah.
I just don't do that in front of people because it feels stupid.
Lately, it's been something called Gangsta Grass. It's really awesome combination. You would not believe that it works, but it works. But it's a combination of bluegrass and hip hop, like rap, gangsta rap. And who would think to put that together? But go to the streaming apps, Amazon Music or Spotify's got it. And do a search for Gangster Grass and thank me later. So it's good stuff. It really is. But yeah.
Oh no, baby, I got nothing else.
That's it.
Got a 5-day week ahead of me, followed by a 3-day weekend.
Next week I gotta do a little OT and then it's pool work. And then
the pool. You opening it all the way, or
I
just?
think so. Yeah, we're gonna do the whole smash. So I'm gonna do my OT on Saturday because Mike's working.
Gotcha.
And then I'll do the pool on Sunday because he's going to be there. And really, the biggest thing is getting the cover off. That's really all I need Mike for, and to help get the water off the top of it.
Well, then you got to get the pump up and running and the water balanced and stuff.
Well, I get the hoses hooked up, and then the rest of it's just getting the water up, and then the chemicals. That's what I need to learn from Dad is the chemicals, because I know how to do plumbing.
What I want you to do this year when he's out there with you, because I know he's going to be out there with you, let him sit in a chair and talk to you from the tent. Yeah. But
well, your dad's going to want to be right there.
I don't want him walking around that pool.
He is going to be at that pool.
Well, then he needs his walker out there, his wheelie walker.
Okay, that I can make happen.
But be writing it down.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if we have any notepads. That's a joke from earlier today. We found a bunch of
legal pads. Like 25 of them.
Yeah. So
I think they came from when I was teaching at home.
Yeah.
Because I would be writing like with the camera, and I needed clean paper, and I needed to be able to keep it all together so I could go back to show stuff that.
And then we still use it for the show and whatnot. But yeah.
We did find a home for him today, so that was good.
Yeah.
We found a home for a lot of stuff in here today.
Yeah.
Look, the table's almost all the way cleared. Cleared.
We're
almost all the way cleared. We just have to, I don't know what to do with that stuff.
Well,
and that stuff.
That's Dad's stuff.
And that.
So, what can we do?
We can move it somewhere so we can actually put the chairs back around the table and maybe take the...
Hey, I'm going to ask for suggestions because his thing now is getting film from 8mm to the smaller tapes from like camcorders and putting it in digital form. Now, Mike says there's a machine that we can get from the library that hopefully will do. He knows it'll do the 8mm, so we'll try to do that and get it on the digital format. But I looked at a company called Legacy Box. That's $380 for 20 items.
Why do we need to do this? We've got the camera. We've got the tapes.
Yeah, but we can't run them through the TV. There's no way to hook that camera up to the TV because it's HDMI. HDMI.
There are no RCA cable hookups on the back of our TV?
I don't know. There might be. I'll have to look it up.
I cannot imagine there wouldn't be.
But I'd still like to get...
there's got to be RCA from that to the TV.
Yeah. Well, I'd still like to get them on digital format anyway, just because it'd be a
Where are the ones
easier.
that we got on digital format before anybody know where those are?
I think there's a copy of it on my computer.
Okay. We got to get it somewhere where when that computer goes, it doesn't go with it.
Yeah,
that's what I worry about digital.
Yeah.
Well, put it up on the cloud somewhere.
We could get it on the cloud, or we can put it on because Google's got a cloud drive that's I don't know how free it is, but
yeah. But can you watch that stuff on your TV?
Yeah, we can YouTube on the TV. We can put it up on this channel. We can put it up on our channel.
I am not putting all my home movies on YouTube.
That's true too. I don't know. We'd figure it out.
Yeah, we're pretty smart people. We can't be the only people who've ever had this happen.
It's true.
The technology.
You know what? Most of these, and I think this TV does too. It's got a USB drive, so we can hook a drive to it. I bet.
Does that have a USB?
No.
Okay, there have to be RCAs on the back of the TV. Do they not make that on TVs anymore? They have to.
I'll check it out. They might. I can't remember if there is or not. I have to look on the back of the TV. It's been a while since I've been back there. Probably does have some RCA, but
what was the sound bar hooked into?
the sound bar was hooked into optical.
Okay.
So, but that crapped out. I keep getting these sound bars from the job. Like they have this thing where if you get good boy points, they call it amp points, that get awarded to you for doing good stuff. Eventually it builds up and you have a shop that you can go to and buy stuff. So it's not really a whole lot. It's not like I'm super good at what I do and I've got a ton of points to spend. But every now and again I'll go look and I was like, oh, there's a sound bar here for more than that I have. I bought an Alexa off of it once. Matter of fact, the one in the room here. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I bought one and it was like total crap, and then I bought another one.
Nobody cares what you bought with your amp points.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you know what does work? Cash, $ K-Rose VA.
All right, guys. Look, enjoy your week. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully the weather's nice. Everybody can get out.
Yeah.
Do some grilling. Go to the beach. Do your thing.
Be creative.
Creative.
Find something for a creative outlet to get into. It doesn't have to be crocheting or anything. You try cooking something you ain't tried to cook before. It's just something. Do some drawing.
Cook something you ain't tried to cook before.
There you go.
All right, guys. Have a great week.
Bye, everybody.